Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. So the cat's out of the bag. Tracy Edmonds and Deion Sanders are officially broken up. They let everybody know via social media. They wrote an excerpt together, a little paragraph, and basically letting everybody know, their friends, followers, supporters, that they decided, mutually decided to go their separate ways. And I was watching, Thursday Night Football. I was catching the Seahawks and Dallas play, and he was stepping out with somebody. I don't know who that chick was, but he was stepping with somebody. I don't know if this is just like, a person of interest or, manager or whatever, or who knows, But my thing is this, they were together for like 11 years. That's a long time. That could stretch anybody. So I understand that. I completely understand that. But when you think about it, this is one of the peaks. This is one of the zeniths. He's at one of his like highest of highs right now. And things like this happen where people will try to diminish you, right? They'll be like, oh, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Well, why would I have a cake if I, don't want to eat it, right? Or if I can't eat it. So like, why would I want it? You know what I'm saying? Enough to like acquire it. If I'm not going to eat this at some point, you know what I'm saying? And not have the option to eat, at least get a piece of it today, right? So that's going too deep. But anywho, my thing is this, right? People talk about his record, right? Okay. 4 wins, right? I got the record posted. Deion Sanders' first year as, Colorado Buffaloes head coach. He's got a win against TCU, Nebraska, Colorado State, lost to Oregon, lost to USC, lost to Arkansas State. No, that's a win. Arizona State is a win. Lost to Stanford, UCLA loss, Oregon State loss, Arizona loss, Washington State loss, Utah loss. So that's the schedule. Last season, everybody heard they only won 1 game. Well, this year they won 4. So he's done better, right? And guess what? Sportsman of the year. There you have it. He's literally broke the record books over there at Colorado. And it's a win. At the end of the day, it's a win. He didn't get a bowl game. I really would have hey, if maybe that's like, let's be honest, that would have been asking for too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, if it's possible, but if they were going to be an elite team this year, man, even still, that would be very speculative at a standpoint of today. Okay. At this point in time, it would still be very speculative because last year they weren't very good. Okay. So you have to think about that. And you got people saying, they're trying to rain on his parade. Like, I'm going to just say this, Tracy Edmonds, just think about it. This is a perfect time for her to be like, okay, look, we're done. Or for her to trip in any type of way. I don't know if Deion tripped and if this is coming from Deion, right? But you have to just look and you have to think about certain things, right? People will try to paint you as a bad guy. People will paint you in a bad light. This season has negatively affected everybody across the board, right? When it comes to Colorado, right? And even the son that does the media, he was like going back and forth. And I never heard him say anything really negative. He's going back and forth with some guy on Twitter. And I was like, okay, yeah, it looks bad. And then now you have what? I don't think he was married to her. It's just a breakup. Excuse me. Not a divorce. I believe he was married before. And, that was kind of crazy how that ended up turning out. But it turned out in a divorce. And I believe one of his divorces was like what's his name? Jay Prince is like talking to, one of his ex-wives or whatever, or the mother of one of his kids, something of that effect. I know that was like big at one point in time. So I think it was a great move for Deion not to get married. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have, like, what's at the end of the day, what are you gaining? You know what I'm saying? What are you gaining by getting married at this point in time? Like, I do understand the ceremonially speaking, right? You want a ceremony or whatever, like all that type of stuff. I get it. Okay. But here's my thing. Money and all this that goes into effect, and then you can change your mind at a whim. It's too much for me. It's too much. And but I'm gonna zonk Tracy Edmonds. I'm gonna say she's salty. And I don't know if this was caused by Deion Sanders. This split but it was mutual. They both agreed. So really, you can see one person shying away from the spotlight. Like, some people just want to be down, like when you're down and out, but they don't want to be with you on the rise. They want you to like go out there, bring home all the spoils, so then they can live lavishly while you're like suffering from all this like pain and affliction that you have went through. And you're like, what you're doing is you're thinking about what's next. You're trying to put you're trying to put one and two together. They could care less about that. They care about spending. And she was going to leave anyway, once the money was gone or once her spot was blown up. But this man he's doing great things, and people are going to look at that and they're going to be like, you know what? I can see what type of person this is. You guys been together for how long and you're not married? Okay, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And some women will be cool with that. I do understand that. You know, some women will be cool with that. I completely understand. I completely get it. I know your MO. You know, you want to live a certain lifestyle. You want to be taken care of. I get it, right? But to a certain degree, people can see that. People can look through that glass, and they can see you for who you really are. And it looks shallow to a certain point, you know. They mutually agree. They've been together for 11 years. Hey, these things, you know, happen amicably, right? Both parties, they can, they can, you know, come to an agreement that, hey, this is just not working for us two. But really, at this point in time, this is when, like, you know, when things get tough, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is when both of you guys agree that, oh, okay, this split needs to happen. Now it's a little bit more into it that people are leaving out. You know, she's there, you know, as a freaking a purse muncher, and she's like munching on this guy's purse. And, you know, he's trying to level up, and she's really not trying to level up. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to do all this extra stuff that is just like completely so extra out of the ordinary to where it makes no sense with what he's doing. It doesn't align with him. And they are going their separate ways at the end of the day. And she's hurt. You can tell she's hurt. She's upset. And, you know, more's probably going to come out about this. Of course he's getting camera stuck in his face. People want to hear him speak. And she decides, okay, this is one of the best times for us to split. I'm done with this. You know what I'm saying? That just shows, and I'm happy he didn't marry her. But that shows you the willingness and the mindset of women. It is what it is, man. Sportsman of the Year. I did renew my Amazon account, so I will be watching that. Okay. And man, it's just one of those things. Deion is a very special person in the world of sports. So hey, I believe he's going. And let me say this will be the last thing. Once you become like a certain elite type of man, it's over with. It's done. You know, you could have your pick of the litter. Literally, you could. It's going to be women that are naturally attracted to you. Naturally. It's going to happen. Won't be no shyness involved because you have elevated yourself to a platform and a space that's very secure. So there's no instability or quirkiness about this, right? No one is feeling insecure at all at this point in time. Everyone's very sure of themselves. In fact, if you're not sure of yourself, you actually need to like step away from this area and like go over there, right? Because you're messing up the flow of the process. But that's what I gotta say, man. Peace, guys. I'm out.